So today I want to discuss I want to talk about the hate toward the rich and the wealthy people. So this innate nature to hate on people who have a better situation, who are in a better condition in life. So most likely these are people who have more money and tend to show off a lot of um, their things. For example, um, so here in this country, so the richest man is Henry C. So this guy, he owns a lot of super malls here in the Philippines. So he owns a lot of malls and he is the richest man here in the country. So when he died, instead of sympathy and condolences, what if you go to social media, what you're going to get is it's a lot of hate toward the person who died, right? Somehow celebrating that person died, and they deserve it because of their talent, station, and life. Um, and sometimes it is funny because you're going to read through comments like people saying, money cannot, money, see, even if they are rich, they still die, or they already have the money and yet it did not save them, and yet it did not extend their life. So you're going to see he deserved to die, and because of what he did to the country. So and if you look at it in the positive context, what he did is he provided employment to people, and he provided a kind of place for everyone. So people can go to malls and can go. So people have a place to celebrate. So people can go to, if you have an occasion, you go to mall. If you want to watch a movie, you go to a mall. If you want to dine, you go to a mall. So he provided this kind of place where people can come together. So, but because he is rich, people don't see the things that have been done. And if you try to argue with them, the if you try to argue with these people who is anti-rich, they will say, so what? And of course, there is another aspect where malls versus parks. So we are replacing park and nature with malls. So they are like picking on that argument that for for the malls to exist, the parks have to be demolished. So that is the hate that people are having, and it's easy to spot on that, and it's easy to say that because it's already there. The mall is already established, so therefore the parks are done because of him. But if we think about it in a deeper context, um, if we think about it in a deeper context, it is not exactly about one, it's about change. We cannot expect some things to stay like that for the rest of eternity, so for the rest of life. Um, um, say there's an empty lot, so you cannot expect that empty lot to stay like that like that. So you cannot expect the empty lot to stay empty for 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. At the end of the day, it will be occupied because that is change, and um, that is that is evolution. So what do you want to do? You want the abandoned lot to stay useless? We may as well make it usable. So there are things that we should just left off. We should just leave off like that, and humans should never ever touch it. So one example is the moon. Um, uh, so one example is the moon. So we as a humanity we should not accept someone who will fly to the moon and excavate the moon for minerals, for golds, for silver, or whatever element that is found in the moon. So that's one aspect where you have to leave it like that, because if you change something in the moon, then something here on earth will happen. So it's like a domino effect. We have to leave it like that. But for the abandoned lots and abandoned lands that are not usable and going to are not being used, it will eventually happen. So it has to be either you turn that into a farm where animals can 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 use it. I'm talking about feeding the animals. How do I say it? Um, where you where for the purpose of animals. Anyway, let's go back to the subject. So, subject is this anti-wealthy, anti-rich propaganda that most people, that the average people like us, are perpetrating among each other. So, you're going to see no one should be as wealthy as Jeff Bezos, or no one should be as wealthy as Bill Gates. And what we as a human is doing is putting a ceiling to how much humanity can achieve, and you're going to argue that they should just donate, these millionaires, they should just donate their money. So if they have enough money, then no one should be hungry. So we think, I am a millionaire, if I give it away, then it solves all of it solves world's problem. But if we think about it deeply, Jeff Bezos being rich, it has nothing to do with the world's problem. That may be difficult to grasp because we easily blame the rich people for everything that is happening. For example, discrimination in your workplace. So discrimination in your workplace, people who are taking advantage, corrupt officials, corrupt authority. These people, these are problems, and the wealthy, they don't have anything to do with it. Um, Giving away their wealth, so we will be giving away, let us say Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates, they give away all of their money right now, today. Do we really think that it will solve all of the world's problem today if money is given? We all know it will not solve anything. So I am making this video because I, as someone who wants to get out of poverty, I, as someone who wants to better my living condition, what is happening is I want to get up, I want to be rich, but instead what I will hear from everyone is no one should eat the rich, no one should be rich. So why should I be motivated to work? Why should I be why should I be inspired to do um, why should I want to better my condition if we are just going to take down everyone who are at the top? And um, and another aspect is the hypocrisy behind this anti-wealthy propaganda. We say eat the rich. Who are these people saying this kind of things? Um, who are these people in, with this agenda? Is this really the poorest of the poor? Or are these the people who are middle class, upper middle class? So, so that is the hypocrisy behind this. No one should be rich, but these people who are saying this, they drive a car, they use Apple, they use MacBook. So I can just imagine this kind of people in a Starbucks, using an Apple computer, drinking their expensive coffee with their expensive phone on their side, with Twitter on it, and then hating the rich. Do you get that? Um, in here, a Starbucks, it is considered expensive. So, not so many people can afford that expensive cup of coffee. So, and then what we are going to drink is 3 in 1. So 3 in 1, those cheap coffee. So here's for comparison. So the Starbucks is about 200 pesos, and the coffee, um, Starbucks is 200 pesos. The coffee that I drank earlier, it is 10 pesos, and it is 2 in 1. 2 in 1. So so it's like 5 pesos, 5 pesos per cup. So 10 pesos versus 200 pesos. The gap is huge. So only the privilege, only this middle class and upper middle class are the ones who can afford a Starbucks. Now, you drink Starbucks and then you hate the rich. Um, you hate the people who are doing well. You don't understand. There's lack of awareness that you, as someone who are using a MacBook, an Apple products, drinking in Starbucks, using a Louis Vuitton bag, you, as the person who are hating the rich, you are the wealthy person. In this situation, you are the rich. You are the rich. So, and that is the hypocrisy here. Um, yeah, you are Jeff Bezos to those who you are Jeff Bezos, you are the Bill Gates to the poor people, and I just hope that there is awareness that is going on, especially when people are tearing down the 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 elite class. So yeah, um, so yeah. And another thing that I want to say, that this anti-wealthy propaganda, it is perpetrated and promoted by religion. So they're also perpetrated by non-believers, but and they both come together, so they hate the rich. And in religion, it is said that it is bad to be wealthy, so it is the root of all evil. So if you attend, and here in my country where um, 90%, 95%, anyway, um, here in my country, most people are Catholics. So now imagine going to church and being told that money is the root of evil, you should not be rich, and no one should be wealthy. And you attend the church every Sunday, so slowly you are being brainwashed not to earn minimally. So there will come a time where you get through that ceiling, you surpass that ceiling, your own ceiling of how much you should earn, and when you did, you go back to default. Because why? It is bad to earn money. It is bad to, all rich people are bad, all rich people are corrupted. So I want you, if you go to YouTube right now and type on Bill Gates, any video, and type click on the video and then read through the comments, you're going to see a lot of this conspiracy surrounding. You're going to read a lot about this conspiracy about the rich and pay your crime. um, for Bill Gates, it has something to do with the pandemic, so that's the into it, because only him, um, Bill Gates has an agenda. So Bill Gates, who 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 was the wealthiest man in the planet, he wants more money. So what is best? This is just a conspiracy, so I don't believe it. So the idea that most people are buying is Bill Gates created the pandemic, and then he created the pandemic, he also created the vaccine. So who buys the vaccine? Who buys the vaccine? Where will people buy the vaccine? From me, from Bill Gates. So who gets the money? Bill Gates, and thus propelling him to more wealth. Now that is not even true, because if you do your research about the vaccines, Bill Gates has nothing to do with it. But some of these people just believe on that, and then the conspiracy theory is the globalization, more money. Do you get that? We demonize everyone who are elite without realizing that we on the middle class and lower middle class, and then the poor, we are demonizing each other. So no one no one will get up, so no one will um so no one will be rich. So you're more likely to be hurt, be criticized, be discriminated um, by people closest to you, by anyone who are near you, who has a similar situation with you. So your office mates, your colleagues, so they see you slowly getting out of that situation. Let us say you buy a car. So this is common here. Um, this is common in this country. So your neighbor, so you buy a car, and I also hear this from my relatives. You purchase a car, and or you see someone with an expensive car, or not exactly expensive, just a vehicle. And the first thing that comes to your mind is drugs. So how did you get that Honda Civic? Drugs. How did you get that Toyota? Drugs. So that is, do you get it? So for someone to get wealthy, for someone to get rich, all you have to do is do something bad, do something evil, without understanding that you can get a Honda Civic without selling drugs. So how did you buy your iPhone? Probably you save it from work. How did you buy your laptop? You save it from work. But for those who don't have those, and those people, they know they don't have those, and suddenly they have it, what happens is they theorize how they got that. So it is the root of all evil. It must be drugs. It's drug money. So they don't see the years, the months, and the years of um, saving your salary, your allowances, so you can buy a thing. So you can buy the thing that you want, only for those people around you to demonize you from that. So it starts here. It starts where we are right now. This anti-rich propaganda that you want to better your situation, they will not allow you. Just as they demonize every elite class out there. Um, what else? So anyway, comment down below if there should be, if we should put a ceiling to human achievement, if we should put a ceiling to how much people should earn. Now, I already know what's going to be the answer. The answer is going to be yes. No one should earn unlimited amount of money, but let us discuss this and with the reasons that I provided. And yeah, there is right now social media, the masses, there is an agenda and a propaganda that against the elite class and anyone who tries to better the situation. Any person who wants to change what is around them. Until next time.